What is up? Welcome back to Degeneration Next Era. We are in TEW 2020. This is episode 3. The HBK era of NXT is going to begin tonight. Let's see what he has in store. It's going to be tough. NXT 2.0 is going to be tough. You know, we got high standards we have to keep on the USA Network, but not a lot of star power. I think like the most popular two people on the whole roster as far as star quality, to get people to tune in are the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Other than, there's a few others that got some decent popularity, but for the most part, it's pretty tough to get these people interested in the matches. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. We're gonna see what we can do. NXT 2.0, HBK, he comes out, he's talking about the next era, and he's in the ring, and he's interrupted by the one and only Danhausen. Yes, that's right, I stole him from AEW. If they're not going to sign their guys to exclusive contracts, I'm going to be stealing them up. So expect that a lot in NXT. I'm going to go back to the days, the black and gold, when we were getting surprises all the time, guys off the indies. So expect a lot of new signings. That's kind of the main reason I'm doing NXT 2.0, is to sign up a lot of guys. Not as much to put on the greatest shows ever, but more of the surprise entries. So Danhausen interrupts Shawn Michaels, tells him, he's out right now for 4 months with a broken leg. So he says he'd like to be a very good, very evil general manager, special advisor for Shawn Michaels in NXT 2.0 while he can't wrestle. Shawn Michaels kind of laughs him off, says he'll think about it. Next up, we have Diamond Mine. They're down in the ring. They're talking about how, NXT Stand and Deliver was not their best night, with the Creeds losing, Roderick Strong losing to Walter, but they still believe they are the best faction in NXT 2.0. They want Imperium 3-on-3, Roderick Strong and the Creed brothers against Walter and Eichner and Bartel. Imperium comes out, says we accept that challenge, except under one condition. It needs to be a 4-on-4, because next week a new member will be joining Imperium. Malcolm Plevis says, you got a deal. We'll find a fourth. We will discover a fourth member, other than Ivy Nile, obviously, to be a part of Diamond Mine. So next week, we have a 4-on-4 Imperium versus the Diamond Mine. Next up, we have Zion Quinn defeating Bodie Hayward by pinfall in 6 minutes with a swinging Samoan drop. During the match, Amari Chase tries distracting Zion Quinn. He's trying to talk to him, saying, hey, you're looking great. You'd be a great student at Chase U. The distraction doesn't work. Bodie Hayward tried rolling him up. It doesn't work. Zion Quinn gets the win. After the match, Amari Chase tries talking to him again, and he blows him off. Yeah, absolutely terrible segment 15, but I'm going to expect a lot of these with some of these guys that have little to no experience in the ring, but got to get them in there. Got to build these storylines too. So, yeah, that's going to hurt, but we'll get past that 15 overall segment. Next match, Australia's Hottest Commodities versus Toxic Attraction. Gigi and JC defeat the Australia's Hottest Commodities with a Total World Dragon Sleeper after interference from Mandy Rose. These two cannot win without the interference. The Toxic Attraction just cannot win without the other one without one of the other members providing interference. Who's going to beat Toxic Attraction if they're just going to keep up with these dirty tricks? Who is next to challenge Toxic Attraction for the tag team titles? Australians' Hottest Commodities were cashing in on their number one contenders match that they won on the pre-show of Stand and Deliver. Next, we have a backstage segment. Solo Sakoa, he runs into Shawn Michaels backstage. He's talking to him about how he wants to be the number one contender for the North American Championship. He wants first shot at Cameron Grimes, and he's interrupted by Von Wagner. Says, not a chance. I'm first in line. I want the first shot. And then they're interrupted by Grayson Waller, who says he's the most exciting man in NXT. He's the one people are talking about on the internet. He's going viral with his big moves. He says, you know what, you three, let's just settle this in the ring. Tonight, triple threat match, Von Wagner, Solo Sakoa, Grayson Waller. The winner will face Cameron Grimes for the North American Championship. Next up, another backstage segment out in the parking lot. Legado del Fantasma runs into Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. They get in a big argument, each accusing each other of costing them the North American title at Stand and Deliver. They're in a big argument. Almost breaks out in a fight. Big stare down between Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Legado del Fantasma. So these two factions are going to be feuding. Well, I guess one faction and a tag team are going to be setting up a feud between those two. Okay, Dexter Lumis and LA Knight, they decide, you know what? We looked pretty good as a tag team at Stand and Deliver, picking up the win against Grizzled Young Veterans. Let's see what we got. Let's see if this is really going to be a thing, them as a tag team. They take on Harland and Joe Gacy. Dexter Lumis pins Harland with a breaking point. Harland was the weak link and struggled to keep up with everyone in the ring. Yeah, I like Harland. Well, I guess I could say I liked Harland or Parker, whatever his name is. But I thought he was going to be, I thought he was going to be the next Brock Lesnar there for a while. I thought that's how they were going to book him, but ended up releasing him. So pretty good overall, 40 overall segment. I'll take that. Yeah. Dexter Lumis and LA Knight might be the next big tag team in NXT. After the match, LA Knight, Dexter Lumis, they are attacked from behind by Hustle and Power. Yes, EJ, Nakuda, and Calvin Tankman from MLW, former MLW tag team champions, current actually. In real life, they're the current NXT or MLW tag team champions. Hustle and Power, they're one of my favorite indie tag teams. So, they're not going to be signed to an exclusive contract. I'm going to be signing these guys up. So, they are here, make a big statement on their debut in NXT. Next up, Yoshiri challenges Mandy Rose for the NXT Championship. She tells Mandy, if I cannot beat you right now, today, and win the NXT Championship, then there's just nothing left for me here at NXT. If I win, I'll be the NXT Championship, NXT Women's Champion. If I lose, I will leave the brand, and you will never see me again. So, they have a match. Mandy Rose defeats Io Shirai following interference from Gigi Dolan and JC. Mandy Rose makes defense number 4. So, Yoshiri, she has to leave NXT 2.0. Will she go to Raw? Will she go to SmackDown? Or who knows? Maybe she's not happy with the outcome of this match, and this is not going to be enough. We'll see what happens next week. Okay, number 1 contenders match for the North American title. We got Grayson Waller defeating Solo Sakoa. Grayson Waller, Von Wagner, they team up in this match because they know they can't take Solo on by himself. No pun intended. And it's just too much for Solo to handle. Grayson Waller gets the win after the match. Robert Stone, he gets in the ring. He raises Grayson Waller's hand. Standing there side by side. Von Wagner, potential new client for Robert Stone. Grayson Waller, possibly a new client for the Robert Stone brand. Okay, the announcers make an official announcement of Imperium versus Diamond Mine. Oops, I accidentally did 3-on-3 match. I meant to do 4-on-4. Yeah, so these like little vignette special announcement things never do too good. Only 29 overall rating, but I still like to do them to try to make it, realistic. Okay, MSK in the ring having a little championship celebration for their winning the NXT Tag Team Championships at Stand and Deliver. They're interrupted by the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode. Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, they're saying, you know what? We're not done with NXT 2.0 yet. Bobby Roode's a former NXT champion. Dolph Ziggler's a former NXT champion. But there's one thing they haven't done yet, and that's win those tag team championships. So, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, they want to win those NXT tag team championships and be the greatest 2 NXT superstars of all time. MSK, not really too interested. They kind of blow them off, and they get beat up by the Dirty Dogs when they turn their back. 50 overall segment. See, I got to see. That's what I'm saying. Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, they're going to be my most popular, probably have my highest segments. That leads to a little one-on-one match. Nash Carter picking up the surprising win over Bobby Roode. 53 overall segment. Bobby Roode and Nash Carter had great chemistry in the ring. All right, our main event. Ron Breakker comes down to the ring, celebrating his big championship win and WrestleMania win too. Talking to the crowd, and he's interrupted by the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo comes out, says, listen, I'm the Don of NXT around here. I just beat Tommaso Ciampa, the face of NXT, so I am first in line for a shot at that NXT championship. They have a big argument going back and forth in the ring, and there's a stare down in the ring, going off air with a stare down between Bron Breakker and Tony D'Angelo. Our next NXT championship feud. Okay, and then a little dark show match. A little dark match, not dark show. Walter and Roderick Strong just getting some work in. A rematch from Stand and Deliver. Only 36 overall segment. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, let's finish the show. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be great. I'll say 50. 51, okay. Popularity increased over 46 regions. Yeah, I mean, I can't beat that. 50 overall. Popularity increased. I like it. Finish the show here. There's Zachary Wentz. Yeah, so next up we will be on to Monday Night Raw. Let's swing by the office real quick, see if there's anything we need to look at. All right, so let's check the news real fast. See if there's anything interesting here. Okay, so James, don't know who that is. He retires. Don't know who that is. AEW Dynamite. Let's check. See what they did on Dynamite now. The Boy and the Dinosaur retain their tag titles. They defeat the Lucha Brothers. Okay. Orange Cassidy picks up a win against Buddy Matthews. The Pinnacle defeats the Best Friends. Keith Lee and Ortiz defeat Team Taz. Adam Cole defeats Brock Anderson. Pac defeats Sean Dean. Tay Conte defeats Emma Sakura. Okay, yeah. 66 overall showing, not too bad. I think it's funny watching these or looking over these match or cards from the ones at the computer book, and sometimes they don't make any sense, but 66 overall segment, that's pretty good, better than NXT did. Let's see what's next. Road to Wrestling Don Tuca Night 1. Okay, NXT 2.0. Dax Hardwood looking to work in some new places. Don't know who that is. Okay. Oh, what's this one here? Oh, she wants to look at work in new places. Anna J. ODB joins CWFH. She's looking to travel. Oh, here we go. CJ Perry joins AIW. What is that one? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Absolute Intense Wrestling out of Ohio. Very good for them. Signing some new people. Who else? Okay, Eva Marie agrees to deal with CWH or CWFH. What is that one? I don't remember. CWFH. Oh, okay. Championship Wrestling of Hollywood. That seems like a good place for Eva Marie. They're making big hires. Anybody else? Okay. Stephen Wolf agrees to deal with AIW. All right, cool. I like seeing those smaller companies going out and making some big signings, especially with CJ Perry and Eva Marie. So good for them, and good for AEW Dynamite. I might try to work on the relationship between WWE and AEW, and maybe do, work towards a Forbidden Door type pay-per-view with AEW, maybe New Japan too. We'll see. All right, well, that concludes this episode 3. Everybody have a good day, and we'll see you at Monday Night Raw.